It is. Okay, great. So welcome to our AXS Disney kickoff webinar. We're super excited. The key points of this webinar, we're trying to keep it as short and sweet as we can. You're going to meet the team. We're going to go over some on-location information, the performance overview, how to log into your portal, what the portal is and what's in it, and what the course means. And then after that, we'll open for questions. So like Tony said, you can 100% put your questions in the chat, and we will scroll through and try and answer them during the questions section of this. So, but most of your questions hopefully should be answered with the information we have to give you. I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves, but I'm going to go first. So my name is Sarah Ebinger, and I'm the AXS Program Director. I am going to be your on-location company director, and I am your go-to girl for questions. If you have any questions at all after this that we did not cover and we did not get to during the question and answer portion, please just reach out to me. My email address, I'll put it in the chat for you, but it's sebinger@adamsbaby.com. And you can reach out to me one time or 100 times. It doesn't matter. I'm here for that. So please, please, please do not hesitate to reach out. And then I'm going to kick it on down to Sarah.
The other Sarah.
The other Sarah.
The other Sarah. There are a lot of you on here do know who I am, but for those that don't, I'm Sarah Nave-Smith. I am married to this, well, I don't know if he's over there or over there for you, but I'm married to that guy. And we own the business together and have been working together for 14 years. I am the one managing most of the on-location logistics, including the performance aspects and stuff like that. And then together with Tony, I will help choreograph and run rehearsals. But I am in charge of making sure once we get there, everything is planned for us. So that's me.
Well, good morning, everyone. I know most, if not all of you, and so, but nonetheless, my name is Tony Smith, and I am the creative director for AXS. And I'm married to, and on my screen, that beautiful woman right there. And I hope I'm pointing to the Sarah Nave-Smith.
Does that work? It's not one.
It's Sarah.
AXS is something we've been really excited about for a number of years. The original media company started in '93, and we have been taking students on experiences like this for over 30 years. Yes, I'm that old. But at the end of the day, AXS is really, it's kind of turned into its own entity since like 2015, 16, where we've been able to fine tune it to help aspiring artists get to that next level, and excited to be being able to do this, and actually happy that we're all able to get out and go and do what we love to do and perform. I'm in charge of the creative aspect. I work with my lovely wife and with Sarah to make sure that happens. But as far as direction, choreography, and making sure that the end result, 20 minutes of a theme park show is done, rehearsed, and ready to go. And so with that, I say, good morning.
Awesome. So the first thing we're going to go over is going to be our on-site information, and that is going to be Ms. Sarah Nave-Smith.
That's me. All of the on-site or on-location logistics. So the first thing you'll kind of see at the slide is the band app. Some of you may already be in there. If not, Miss Ebby is what we call her. She will make sure you get the link to join that. That is where, once we are on location, where we're going to be communicating. If we're coming from rehearsals and we're running late, or we're running early, or we're going to meet here, all of that is going to be communicated within that band app. That's also going to be a fun place where you guys can upload pictures while we're on location, so we can start to collect them, and then we create a nice, fun, like memory book for you guys at the end. So that's a place where we like to collect that stuff. That's where you can reach us. I will say in past, that's where kids who were locked out of their room were able to contact me. So like that is going to be your friend. So please make sure you're in that. Over the next few months, we will use it a little bit. Most of the stuff is going to be in your portal that Sarah's going to talk to you about later or through email. But we may use some of that for things like dining reservations, or how to do the Disney My Disney Experience app, or those types of things, just more fun stuff. And then once we're on location, that will be your friend as far as all information. That way you don't have to worry about phone numbers and all of that. It's been very helpful. Do you guys have any, Tony or Sarah, do you have anything on the Band app before I move on?
Band's just a really fun app to use. I've used it with other things. So it's very user-friendly. If you're not tech savvy like this one here, it's very user-friendly. So you should be able to navigate it pretty easily.
And just to add, just kind of more towards the parents, this is a way for the parents, the team, you can even communicate with your child in the app. It's just a way so that if we're not having all the your kids' cell phone numbers and all that. It's all in one. It's safety as well. So anybody we can get in can reach out to us. We can reach out to them. You can be, if you're not going on the trip and you're in there, you can message us and find out. And that way you're not blowing up people's cell phones, and that way we can find out. It's just really good for communicating and keeping safety for your kids as well. So that's one of the things I want to add.
That was a good point, Tony. If you are not physically on the trip, it's going to be a good way while we're there for you to see what's what's going on. Because we like to post pictures of them in rehearsal or things like that. And then it's not a Facebook group or anything like that. It's safer. Mm-hmm. All right, so next is our flight information. I know many people are very excited to know this. Please remember that we like to travel to make sure we get the most out of each day we're traveling. So the day we leave and the day we come home, we're trying to give you the most time on site. So if you are traveling with us, we are going to be flying Southwest Airlines, Orlando, flight WN968. And if you can write all this down, but we will be sending all of this information. That departs at 6:05 a.m. Don't hate us. But that means we arrive at 9:20 in the morning. So, and then we'll take transportation to the resort. On the return flight, we again try to give you as full of a day as possible. And then that is to Houston flight WN2133. And we leave Orlando at 9:10 p.m. and we get in at 10:45. Not a.m., p.m. I wrote a.m. in my notes. Sorry, Sarah, if you're looking at that.
No, it's okay.
Okay. So hopefully she's putting that stuff. Shelby's eyes got big. Sorry, Shelby. And then that does mean we will send specific times, but that means, we have to meet because we are flying as a group to get those boarding passes and all of that. So you all have to probably be there for 4:30 in the morning. If you are not traveling with us, you need to be on site at the resort by 1 p.m. for our first activity. So just whatever flight you're doing, we ask that you do that. And then please share with us what your flight information is so that we can, between Sarah and I, we can track it and make sure you're getting in okay and all of those things. Next is our hotel information. This has been crazy with Disney and all the COVID stuff, and some resorts are still not open yet. But Tony and I had the opportunity to stay here a few years ago, and we actually loved it. And they just went through refurbishments. But it's Disney's Pop Century Resort. And they just did a big pool refurb. So going in July, you'll get to have a nice pool. And so that's and they have bus and correct me if I'm wrong, Tony. They also have the Skyliner is attached to there. So the new Skyliner. So that's one reason we picked that resort is transportation to and from the parks is really easy. Next, if you are, all the kids will get dining cards from us. If you're on the friends and family package and you ask for the dining cards, I'm not sure anybody has. I'd have to double check my notes. We will, at that 1 o'clock time when we meet, those dining cards will be in your packet that you'll receive at that time. Those, if you follow Disney at all, you know that right now they are not doing the dining plan. And then we also feel like the dining cards are very restrictive as far as you can only use it at this location or this location. So we do more of a gift card situation. It's what Disney actually has recommended to us. Some people don't eat breakfast. It depends on the diet you're following and all of that. So, or if you're following a diet, you don't have to follow a diet, but yeah. It's what came into my head. So you can use that, or if your kid gets to the end of the trip and still has $25 on their gift card, they can use it on a shirt or whatever. So if you are not traveling, if your kid is traveling alone, let them know that is for food. Sarah and I can be very good at helping monitor that, but that's also a way we can register those gift cards. And if you need to add money to that without like sending cash with them, you can do that as well if you want to reload. So once we go through the itinerary and have it more detailed, you'll see like the first 2 days, they really aren't even going to need to use that because all their meals through rehearsals are already covered in that because we're going to go pick something up and bring it to them in rehearsal. So really the dining card is for like the third day on, or maybe a breakfast or a snack here and there. Do you guys want to add on to any of this?
I think just to be clear, all the participants, the meals are included in their participation fee. Parents, the friends and family package, which is usually the lodging and the tickets, does not include the meal tickets. That's an add-on because we've had people who said, oh, we'll just pay on our own, or here's a way to do that. So the meal plan for the parents is an add-on, and it will cover, and then you'll be able to participate in all the group meals, and then you'll also have a dining card as well. So just want to make sure that that you knew that the participants, their meals are covered, it's all in there, but the friends and family, that's an option for you guys to add on or just pay as you go, and just so that you know that there's that difference. But we did it, like Sarah said, it's a way to monitor their funds. And if you feel, okay, I'll give you an extra $20 to get that, you can add to the card without having to send your credit card information. And we thought that might be a safer way to be able to transfer money and get it to your child if you're not on the trip, without, with a lot of credit card fraud going on. We just figured this was an easier way to be able to send them money, and they have it and it's registered with us. So if they lose it, we can always get them another one, things of that nature. Just a safer way to work with the kids and the money. So.
And then I just wanted to add really quickly, we're talking about a lot of things that you can purchase in addition to your current package, like the meal plan. If one of our parents wants to add the meal plan on, just go to the offers tab and you'll see upgrade your travel package, participant room, park tickets, meal plan as well. You just click that upgrade my experience. It'll shoot me a little email that you want to talk about upgrading something, and I'll get back to you so that we can make sure that gets done.
Elizabeth, yeah, sure. That's funny, Elizabeth. Yes, we can.
That was really funny.
So just like she said, so the other upgrades we have, I believe today is the last day. If you want to upgrade from a quad room, We have the, if you want to go to a double, we know that with COVID and like the sharing of beds is probably something you don't want to do. Now the price for the $300, that is for the performer package. If you want to add more rooms, you absolutely can, but that's going to probably be outside that $300 range. We can also add, Sarah, correct me, is today the last day for the airline stuff too?
Today is the last day for the travel upgrade.
Yeah, so you can, if you want to add on your a flight, you can do that as well. And then the other upgrade that we wanted to let you know about is park tickets. Your package, the normal package comes with a 2-day Universal ticket and a 4-day Disney ticket. The first 2 days the day we arrive and the day and the following day, the performers are in rehearsals, and we're going to go through that schedule in a little bit. But if you are on the friends and family package and you are like, well, hey, I'm here, I want to go to the park, you would want to upgrade your ticket. And right now the prices to do it through us group wise are going to be cheaper. So if that's something you're going to want to do, or if you want to just hang out at the resort and go to the pool, you can do that as well. And then Universal, we are only going to 1 day, but your package includes a 2 day. So if on one of the off days you want to travel back to Universal, we have had many people do that in the past and they actually loved it. So so just click that offers tab and they can, Sarah will be able to help you with that. Just want to go through a few important dates that are going to come through. So obviously today is our kickoff webinar on, it's also going to start your course that we're asking for all the performers to go through. It's the Branding Essentials course. Part of what we do is really important as far as making sure these kids know how to brand themselves and take themselves to the next level. Sarah's going to go into details, so I won't take that away from her, but it's one of our passions, so I could probably get on a soapbox and talk forever. On the 12th, the costume and t-shirt forms will be available in the AXS portal. Please make sure that you measure your kids for their costumes as soon as possible so we can get going on ordering those things for you guys. April 19th, we will release all the music that we are going to be using for our show. And then on the 26th, if you're, the 24th, I missed one, the parent course begins. So not only do we have a course for the kids, we also have one for the parents. And then just to kind of help you better help your performer. On the 26th, feature vocal auditions will open. So if your performer or if you're on the call with us, are interested in having, we don't call them solos because in a 20-minute show, it's never just one person standing in front of the mic singing. It's multiple different people. And Tony's going to go over what that means in a little bit. But if you want to do that, auditions open the 26th. And then on the May 15th, there will be a check-in just to see how the course is going. On the 17th, your final audition should be in, and because we'll close all of that so we can make decisions. Also on the 17th, we will release all the choreography that you will need to know. And then on the 31st, we will announce what the feature vocalists are. And it may be multiple people for different things. Again, Tony will go over that. And then please mark this on your calendar. June 12th is going to be our final Q&A webinar. So it will be last details. We will have probably a fully itemized itinerary that we can go through and answer all your questions. Make sure you have everything that you need to move forward. And then June 30th at 6:05 a.m., we're headed to Orlando.
And you can find this document with the important dates in your AXS portal. So don't feel like you have to scramble to take a screenshot or write all this down. It's going to be available for you in that portal. And anybody that has a hard time with 6:05 a.m., I'm right there with you. So
I do want to tell you, we are still working on the actual itinerary, but if you've seen one, we will be sending that out. But I will let you know the first 2 days the performers are in rehearsals, and then July 4th will be a free day, and then until we leave the very last day, July 7th, until we set the time for we're meeting to go to the airport or whatever, that is also a free day. Everything else though we'll need the kids at some point, but until we get those workshop and performance times, we don't know for sure what time. So just if you're making plans to go have fun and do reservations and all that, please keep that in mind. So.
Okay, awesome. So we're going to kick it over to Mr. Tony to tell you about our awesome show.
Well, yeah. So we talked about all the logistics and all that. So now we have the show, the performance. So this show is entitled "The Beat Goes On," and it is a music jukebox show from the music from the 80s till today. So we are going to be basically going through the decades and singing music, dancing styles of all the different music from this time frame. This show was actually produced by our company for the Six Flags theme park company, and it's a true theme park show that we're reformatting against for our presentation while we're in Orlando. Just letting you know, there's 3 performances, just to verify. So all the performers, well, there's 3.5 performances, let's put it this way. So we have the performance at Universal, we have 2 performances at Disney, and then we also have a workshop where in that workshop, they are going to, the Disney cast members are going to kind of dissect 1 or 2 of the numbers in the show. So that'll be another presentation that you'll be going. So you'll be performing a number of times in this short period. So I just want to make sure that, and you'll hear Miss Sarah say it, and see, I just did it again. You'll hear Miss Ebby say it, and you'll hear Miss Sarah say it, and I'll say it. Once you get your information, your music, your sheet music, your choreography, learn it, learn it, learn it, learn it, learn it, arrive knowing all of it. Yes? Okay. So with the music, I want to let you know that everyone will be dancing. And what I mean by that is if you are primarily a singer, you will be dancing, and I don't mean step touch. You will be dancing, and everyone will be singing. So if you're a dancer, yes, you will be vocalizing while on stage. All right. So I'm just letting you, so basically this whole experience is to get you out of your comfort zone. So everyone who's primarily a dancer will be getting to sing. It may be chorus or, a feature here or there. And then anyone who is primarily a singer will be dancing. And I mean dancing, not sing dancing, step touch, move over here. Everyone will be getting challenged, so that at the end of this, you're going to see what you started and then see the amazing progress you made at the end. I will say this, that until we get final licensing stuff, but the parents are going to really enjoy the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. I'm just letting you know, you're going to love this. Kids will introduce you to these artists who you may have never heard of before, and you'll like the music, I promise. Other than that, it will be between 17 and 20 minutes. And the one thing I like about what we do at AXS here, this is going to be a full nonstop running show, meaning we often get people feeling, or it's run the same way as the Disney show. So people feel that it's a Disney production. We've had many people in the audience go, "Oh, this is not a Disney show," which is probably one of the best compliments we could get. And so I want to make sure that stamina, since a lot of us have been home, and maybe taking dance classes. Everybody's different, but I will just say a little bit of a workout regimen over the next couple of months, just saying, to kind of build your stamina up, is going to be very, very helpful. You'll be dancing and singing for 20 minutes straight in the Florida sun, and we just want to make sure that the physical aspects of your ability to do that is up to par. So just saying, not trying to scare you, but just saying that, if you haven't been very active since COVID and all of that, I would say, start now, because we have a lot of stuff and we have a lot of people to show how the beat goes on.
Yeah, and y'all, Florida is hot. So
especially in July.
Yeah, it's really hot and humid. So it's even different. I think it's different from Houston, hot and humid too. So just know that.
Yeah.
Work
Hey
out.
guys, I am gonna have to step out, but it was really good to chat with you guys. I have to go to a rehearsal. But Tony's gonna talk you through all of the direction and choreography, and Sarah's gonna talk you through costumes, but it will not be the last you hear from me. So please make sure you get in that band app. That way you guys can get all your information. So bye guys. Thank you.
Bye. Okay. So.
And then there were two.
And then there were two.
No,
she's working real hard.
Yeah. So we just want to make sure, the work never stops. So appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I'm really sad though that she left, because I made this slide just for her. Our Be Prepared slide.
Right. Well, great. Well, I'll take over the production overview. How's that?
That works for me.
Works for me. So again, if you guys have questions, don't forget to just put them in the chat. But I'm going to go through the production overview. So all rehearsals are mandatory, which that is said, and it may be assumed, but we've had people who families go down and, hey, we're going to do this on this day. And it's like, oh, we have rehearsals? Okay. So I'm just letting you know that all the rehearsals are mandatory. And our first 2 days are very long days. So with that, rest up the night before. Try not to, I know it's going to be exciting. Rest is going to be the thing that you want the most. And I think it's going to be a on-site or on-location education, that sleep is so important as a performing artist. Usually, most of you are used to your school play, or maybe a community theater where you get to do a show and then you leave and you get a day or something. You come back the next day and maybe you do 2 shows that day. You guys are going to have, I'm just being transparent. You guys are going to have between 8 and 10 hour days the first 2 days. The first day with the flight, maybe even 12 hours, where you guys are going to be flying and transportation and then rehearsals. And so please get some rest before you go. And again, I'm going to say any workout regimen or health regimen you can start for yourself is really going to help, because a lot of us have been at home and not as active as we normally have. Okay. I only say that because I'm feeling it. Going back into and choreographing the show, it's like, ooh, okay. I did have a birthday this year, but it's creeping.
Oh, goodness.
So the next part, we're going to arrive on location knowing all music and choreography. So if you see Scar there, be prepared. That is the key to our success with this show. You guys, I want to make sure, and I'm going to kind of put this to you. We are basically putting together a 20-minute show in 2 days. It has been done before, but we do need your help by you being prepared. Not knowing the choreography may put you not dancing in that number, and we basically take you off stage. You coming and not knowing your music may not have you singing that feature, and we'll give it to someone else. I know you're excited about it, but we're going to urge you to be prepared. Moving on. Performance undergarments, and you're going to match the performer's skin tone. So with you, I guess it's kind of like your foundation. Find the undergarments, hose, whatever that you have that matches your skin tone as the best as you possibly can. All undergarments will be worn, and then the costumes on top of that. So I just want to let you know, if you guys don't have that, Miss Sarah can kind of go over that in detail if we need to talk to individuals and things of that nature. But just to make sure that you know now that we just want you to match all the way. So from just basically all the way, so the costumes can come on, and then everything is basically, we're not having mismatched clothing and stuff like that. Okay, I think I did that one okay. One thing that we do this for our event company as well, but we ask all performers to wear all black with no visible logos when it comes to rehearsals. This is a choice our company has always made. It just projects professionalism, and we can see body lines, and instructors can help and see bodies and things of that nature for rehearsal. And when we say no logos, we just don't want Nike across the, if it's Nike in the corner or something like that, that's great, but we want to see your body. And we want to see you in rehearsals. And when you are working with the Disney cast members who are going to come in and not critique the show, but they're going to come in and work on the show with you, we want them to be able to see your bodies, and we want, so with that, make sure it's all black. It can be jazz pants and leotards, it's fine. For the gentlemen, it can be black sweatpants and a t-shirt, that's fine. But we just want that. Just look through your wardrobe and make sure that you have some dance clothes and moving clothes, athletic clothes that are all black for our rehearsals and for some of our workshops. But then outside during the rehearsal, on the way to and from, we want everyone to look uniform and professional. So you will have an AXS t-shirt, and then you'll be required to wear that on specific days. So the whole thing is we want you all to project professionalism and unity, because you guys are going to be a team, and these are some of the ways that we're going to be able to do that. Did I miss anything?
I don't think so. One of the things that I wanted to just stress with you is carrying a backpack, because there are going to be days that we perform, and then after we perform, some days, I'm not going to say all days, but some days you're going to have an opportunity to just go into the park right after our performance. Well, you can't wear your costume into the park. So just bring a spare change of clothes with you. I don't know if you guys know this, but it rains in Florida every day. And I was unlucky enough to get completely soaked from head to toe. And I had to make my entire family leave Disney to go change because I can't stand being wet. So
like a cat.
I know, I am a cat. I truly am. So just being prepared in that way. And we did learn our lesson, and we packed an extra outfit for me going forward. So definitely think about that. It's also extremely hot, and hydration is a big concern. So having a water bottle with you at all times is just paramount. We don't want anybody to get heat exhaustion or anything like that. So just those tiny little things.
And we'll remind you as you guys go on, because I think we have some backpacks and some things of that nature that we can talk about, water bottles, all that. I think the last thing I just wanted to let you know, the theme parks, if you're not aware, do have lockers. So if you do have a backpack and you're going to basically right after the performance, you're going to put all your clothes, do your change, and then instead of going back out, you can always get a locker and then put your backpack in there and kind of do your thing. There's a lot of options, but I just want to let you know logistically, these are as far as production part and what to wear for rehearsals and things of that nature. Here's that information. You guys will get all of this, a link to all this information. So screenshot and all that, write it down as you need, but it will be available in the AXS portal. Log in and all the information will be there. Okay.
Okay. So the next thing we're going to talk about is costume details. You can see, I think we've got a couple of past participants that are in here. So I think, Grayson, are you in this picture? And who else, Tony?
Yeah, so Grayson, Sarah Marie, I think Braylon's coming back. There's a number, Bryn is in here. Cadence. So there's a lot of people who will be coming back, and a lot of new people as well. So with the costumes, our color scheme is teal, black, white, and blue. And that's what our visual will be for the show. And you want to kind of think a modern day Mickey Mouse Club. It's basically kind of the show's gonna kind of be boy band meets girl band meets Disney. So it will be family friendly, but you guys will be moving and grooving. And what we need to do, you guys, to think about for your costumes is the big one was your shoes. We're looking for black and white shoes. So let me back up. Black and white shoes together, a black and white shoe like is pictured here, or a white pair of sneakers or kicks, however you call them, as well. We do have some costumes that we may ask just to make sure that we have those types of shoes, a black and white shoe or a white shoe, so that you all can, something that you guys can move in so that it'll match your costumes and it'll match each other. Hair instructions will be finalized on site, but if you guys, there'll be a time, I think, in one of the meetings, probably near the end, we'll ask, hey, what kind of hairstyles can you do? Let us know, send us some pictures, put it in the portal. Just so we want it to be hip and happening. I don't know if hip and happening is actually a hip and happening thing to say, but we want it to be, one, it needs to be out of your face and back, but two, we want it to be modern and trendy. So you'll be able to work hairstyles and stuff like that. And Miss Sarah and Miss Sarah will be able to work with you on that. But just want to let you know to start thinking about it now. If you notice, for most everybody in the picture, their hair is out of their face, but it's all different type of styles. So we just kind of want to make sure you have the opportunity to do that. Let's see. Bring your normal styling products. One of the things I will say, don't try a brand new style at Disney. Do something you already know and that kind of fits. The humidity, I think with the curls, are going to make do things different. So if you, depending on where you're living, we have people from Nashville and stuff like that. So just be careful because the humidity will get to your hair. So that's why we want to kind of let you take a look at what you guys can do ahead of time. And then when we get there, you're already ready, set to go. And then the makeup instructions for the costume and for the performance will be in the portal. And it's pretty much just step by step. Here's what you wear here. Here's what you wear here. Now, Miss Sarah Ebinger, will be available to help and make sure that everybody's makeup is the way it needs to be. And most of that will be on site, but we will practice prior. And we'd like you, I think it's for the last webinar, we'll ask you guys to put your makeup on and get your hair so we can kind of see what it's looking like. And then you guys can practice getting that up. And so you know exactly what you're doing when you get there. We want to look good. And so this is the part that will allow us to do that. And the only thing I will say is the quicker you guys can get your costume measurements in, the quicker we can finalize the costumes. And the last thing is we're not getting, I think I know a number of you are at a dance studio or something like that. We're not getting mass manufactured costumes. So it's not going to be a glittery, it's not a dance costume. These will be trendy matching clothing for everyone. So it's, like I said, Mickey Mouse Club. So it's going to feel trendy yet cohesive. Just letting you guys know we're not buying it from a costume company. Okay.
Absolutely. And right now, Tony and I are talking about doing a makeup webinar. If that's something you guys are interested in, I would be happy to host that for you guys. So that is an option. If you guys want it, you can reach out to me. I've been doing makeup for too long. I've worked for Stila Cosmetics. I've worked for Benefit Cosmetics. I was a guest artist for MAC Cosmetics. So I would love to help you. It's just a fun thing I like to do. So moving on from that, because I'm really excited about our next part. Everything you need is in your Access portal. So right after this webinar, it may be a couple of minutes, maybe 10 or 15. Heather, yes, please. I promise I will help you. If right after this webinar, give me about 10, 15 minutes. I'm going to send you guys an email. It's going to come from Industry Access. It's going to look just like the little inbox email that's under step 1. It's going to say, set up your new password. Once you've set up your new password, that's really all you have to do. Then you just log in and all of your information is right there for you. Things like our important dates, it's already in there for you. Costume and measurement form, already in there for you. T-shirt forms, already in there for you. So it's the one place you can go to find everything you need. The one thing that we are going to ask is that the parent and the child use the same login. So what I'll probably do is I'll use the parent email, and you set up the password through there, and then you both have access to it. So one account per family, please. If there is a child that's not living with the parent or is in college or whatever, then you can definitely set up 2 different portals, but just let me know so that I can make note of that. Does anybody have any questions about how your email is going to look? Awesome. The next thing is I want to go over, these courses are so near and dear to my heart. We've worked so hard on them. And the first one I'm going to talk about is our Branding Essentials course. Our Branding Essentials course is going to go over just a few things for you guys to be able to just enhance the trip that you're going to take. And we're going to go over things like effective goal setting and what that means, what it means to be a personal brand, and why you should become a personal brand. Spoiler alert, you already are a personal brand. So we really want you to just embrace that and build off of that. How to identify your community and what that means, how to build that community, and then finally how to take all of those things and monetize your brand and start to make a living in this thing that you are so passionate about. So I'm really, really excited about that. That starts today. And as you guys check in and complete assignments, I'm going to be reaching out to you with some notes and things like that. So I hope that's the participant course. I hope that was comprehensive. I know we're running out of time, so I want to go just a little bit quicker. And then Avoiding the Starving Artist Syndrome is our parent course. This is truly one of my favorite courses because my mom is actually helping me write this course because that poor woman went through it. So it's going to go over things like the options that your kids have while they're still in middle school or high school or college, just the options that they have open to them, what the difference is between scholarships and grants, and why that's important. A big one for parents is, does my child need to go to a conservatory or do they need to go to a traditional college? And we're going to lay out the difference between the two, and hopefully that will just arm you with some more information. I went to a conservatory. I went to AMDA. So, and if you don't know, that's the American Musical and Dramatic Academy. It was a great experience for me, but it took my mom a little convincing to go that route. She had her head set that I was going to go to college, even if it was for theater. But she came around. The next thing we're going to go over in that course is union versus non-union jobs, what that means, and what the difference is between the two projects. And then lastly, just how you can support your artist as a parent. I know that sometimes it can be scary when your kid comes to you and says, "Mom, I want to be a star." But they just want love and support and help. And I'm sorry, I could go on for days about this. I'm just super excited about it. So yeah, it's imperative that you as a parent just love and embrace and support your artist, because the world is going to tell them no, but they need you to say, yes, you can. So that's that. Does anybody have any questions on that? I know I went really fast and I got really excited.
And I just wanted to add, if you don't mind, Sarah, we added the parent course. I've gotten so many questions over the years on what do I do next? How do I avoid the pitfalls? How do I avoid the scam artists? How do I do all, what are scholarship options? Where do I find the scholarship options? Is my kid really good enough? And so this is just a way for us to give that information and get that to you in a comprehensive way. One of the things like with scholarships and grants, we have a partnership where we can match your student or participant with there's a database of over 100,000 scholarships for artists, and basically finding their interests and matching them so that you're not scouring the internet looking for scholarships, but you have something, a database that probably already has that scholarship in there. and be able to use that to fine tune what's going to be best for your student. Also, like what career options are available for, okay, how is my child, if they want to do this, how are they really going to make a living? You know, they're not, I don't expect them to be the next, you know, Brad Pitt or whatever, but just giving you all, you know, real life information about, well, here are some real life ways that your child can make a living doing this, and starting from the age of 16, how to do that. So just wanted to say it's a new service that we're offering, but we've been sending this information out for years, and we're just now putting it in something that's comprehensive. So I know we're running out of time, so I'll stop.
So this is just one of the things that I mean, I could talk about it for days, but I won't do that. So now you have the floor. What questions do you have for us? It can be anything at all. What park are we going to be in? Anything like that, and we can, you know, give you the best information that we have right now. Just type it in the chat. I know there's a little bit of delay, but if you guys don't have any questions, just put me a smiley face in there so that I know. What parks are we performing in? Okay. Tony, I'm gonna let you take that one.
Okay. How are roommates paired? Okay, good question. I'll take, we can go for another. I'll start with Heather's. What parks are we performing in? Okay, we are going to be performing in Universal City at Universal Studios. So Universal Studios has 2 parks, and there's an entrance right before you either veer right or left to those parks. And we're performing right there on one of the main stages that are right there prior to entering either which park. I think there's the Harry Potter World and Islands of Adventure or something like that. But we'll be performing there at Universal City in Universal Studios. And then we'll be performing at Disney Springs, which is the, I guess we'll call it a mall, but it's like an outdoor shopping area. But they have a large production stage where they put shows and things of that nature. And then that is where we'll be performing at the Disney Springs stage. And it's a huge stage. It's like 75 feet wide and about 40 feet deep. So we're going to have to fill that. We'll fill that stage, but that's where we'll be performing. So good question. And make sure and let me know if you need me to go further on that. And then Alex, how are the roommates paired? So Alex, we are going to, once you guys get into the portal, in about 2 weeks, I believe, I'll have to check with my wife, Miss Sarah. You guys have room requests, we'll take room requests. And if not, we'll basically match you by interest and age. That's pretty much how we do it. We pretty much go, if you have any requests, then we put you, and because not everybody knows each other. Most of the time, we're getting people from different states coming together. So we're really trying to put together by interest. And then we let you know who you're rooming with ahead of time. So you can then maybe DM them, offline, and you guys can kind of, talk and get to know each other and things of that nature. So by the time you guys get there, hopefully you're already fast friends. But that's how we do it. Let's see, deadline for park ticket upgrade. Oh, good question. The deadline for the park ticket upgrade, I believe, is 30 days before we leave. So May 30th. We have a little bit of leeway on that because as long as we have a reservation, we can upgrade those tickets. But I'll make sure that should be May 30th. So we have a little bit of time depending on what you guys want to do. That way you have some time to plan. That was from Elizabeth. So Grayson, would we need a new AXS shirt? Yes, we will provide you with a shirt. So you guys get, with your participant fee this year, you guys have a brand new AXS t-shirt. So you can keep your old one like this, and you'll get a new one this year. That was from Grayson. Heather asked, will the dancers have to wear masks while performing? No, the performers, we have decided that the dancers and the singers will be performing without a mask. However, traveling to and from stages, locations, they'll have a mask, and then when they get on stage, they will be able to take the mask off. Now, I will say this: that is the protocol as of today. If for some reason Disney changes that or Universal changes that, we will have to, accommodate them. Yeah, adapt to that. But as of right now, we are going to let them perform without masks. Let's see. Will there be video of the performance that we can purchase? So Heather, what's the good part is there will be videos of the performance. As we're going through the whole event, we will have a videographer on site taking back behind the scenes and putting all that together. The good news is you will have a performance. The even better news is it already comes with a participant. There's no extra fee for that. So you will have footage so that you guys can use for your demo reel or show family, friends, and things of people like that. So with that, you'll be able to have that, but there's no extra charge for the recording of the shows and the background and that we call the BTS, behind the scenes stuff. Let's see, anyone will be able to meet other cast members? Alex is asking when we'll be able to meet other cast members. I think during the first time is during the first follow-up, right? The course part?
The first course check-in.
Yeah.
We'll move from Webinar Jam over to Zoom, so you'll be able to see each other. But as far as really meeting them face-to-face, you won't meet them face-to-face until you get on location. And that's just as important of an aspect of this experience as everything else, because you don't get to meet your college roommate or your other cast members until your first day of rehearsal on a professional job, or your first day at college or orientation. So I would say that I can kind of see that that's a little bit of a worry for you, Alex, but don't worry. The cast you guys are going to be fast friends, like Tony said. It's going to be an amazing experience. And part of this whole thing is getting outside of your comfort zone and meeting new people. So you just don't be afraid of it. Dive right in. I don't know anybody either, actually. So I'm going to be getting to meet everybody for the first time, just like you are. So definitely don't worry about it. We will go through this together. Actually, Alex, you are the one person that I know. So we're going to go through this together, and I promise it's going to be fabulous, and you're going to love it. So do we have any on free days? Do you know which parks the group will be going to, or is everyone on their own? Well, It's kind of a mix. There are some days, like at Universal, I think there are different sections of the park, but like I know on the days that we're at Universal, I'm going to be in Harry Potter world. That's where I'm going to be. So it just kind of depends. During that free time, if you're going with your performer, you are definitely able to kind of go off on your own and do what where you want to go. You can do kind of whatever you need to do. Your park ticket is a park hopper, right, Tony?
Yeah, so I'll add to that. So Heather, with Universal, so with all the free days, we will have an itinerary that, okay, this is what the directors are going, and we call them, and then any participants who are not with their parents on the trip, it was kind of self-named by the participants a couple of years ago. They called themselves the orphans. So the orphans and their staff, we will have an itinerary of here's where we will be. You're happy to join us or do your own thing. So that, as far as which park we'll be going to on which days, that will be in the itinerary once it's finalized. And we'll probably have that. With Sarah, I know at least 30 days before we go out. Yep, Grayson's one of the orphans. So, but we'll have that probably about 30 days prior, but if not earlier. But we'll have basically a benchmark. Hey, the cast and the cast and crew, we are going to the Magic Kingdom on this day, and then you can choose with your family to join us or hang with us for a little while or to do it. So there's a little bit of flexibility there, but we will have a benchmark saying this is where we will be on those free days. And then Grayson, Grayson was an orphan, last time. And what it is, if you are sending your child or student with us, and you're not going to be on site, they will be with one of our cast members at all times. So either the company director or one of the cast and crew. So they will never be, they're really never alone. We make sure of that. And then we do have a buddy system as well that we'll put in place as they go. So we do a lot for safety there as well, but I won't get too much on that. And then let's see, Heather. Oh, you're very welcome, Heather. And like I said, if you have any other questions, feel free to touch base. And I just wanted to hope that answered everything. Yeah, that worked.
I think so.
Add anything?
One of the things that I just wanted to mention really quickly is that if your child is going alone and is 14, 15, 16, and you are comfortable with them going just in their buddy groups without one of us being there with them, that is something that we need to get cleared beforehand. Also, if you're sending your child alone and you're okay with them hanging out with a friend's family, like let's say that two people are coming from the same studio, and mom and dad are coming from one participant but not the other. If you're not going to be there, but you're okay with your kiddo hanging out with their friend and that family, that's information that we need to know ahead of time. Mm-hmm. And then we're also going to ask the family that is traveling all together, is that okay for us to give you a child to be responsible for? Are you okay with that? So we're going to kind of do our checks and balances all along the way. So we don't want to hold on to them too tight, but we also don't want to give them free rein. So we're trying to monitor that and balance that as best we can.
Yeah,
so
just first. Yeah,
definitely just communicate with us. Let us know where your comfort level is, and we will respect those boundaries. I hope this was really helpful for you guys. So the next thing I want to go over is just a quick summary. We went over all of your on-site location or on-location information. So things like make sure that if you're not traveling with us, you get there by 1 p.m. and you are ready to rock and roll. That means down in our meeting place, ready to board the bus to get to our rehearsal venue. We did go over flight information. So but you'll get an email with that in there. I know I put it in the chat. So if you see it, our flight leaving Houston is flight WN 968. It does depart at 6:05 a.m. Lord help us. Our return flight is flight WN 2133, leaving at 9:45 p.m. from Orlando. And I didn't catch that arrival time back into Houston, but
it's 10:45.
10:45. Okay, so there's that for you. Important dates can be found in your AXS portal. Production details. This is a full 20-minute theme park show. We do have auditions for features, and I encourage everyone, if you are not a singer, still audition for that feature vocal. Mm-hmm. Do it. This whole thing is to push you outside of your comfort zone and make you a better performer. So do it. And if you are, not a stronger dancer, but there is a chance for a dance feature once we get on location, audition for it. It's a learning experience, and I think that you should definitely go for it. Alex, I can't wait. I can't wait either. Costume detailings. The sooner you get those measurement forms into us, the sooner we can finalize those costumes. If you need help with makeup, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'd love to help you. AXS portal information. Give me 15 minutes. You'll all have your password email, and it will be amazing. You're going to love it. Everything you need to know or need to find is in that portal. I promise, I promise, I promise. We went over what you're going to learn in the course. And like I said, if you have any questions in the course, or maybe as an assignment's not submitting the way it's supposed to be submitting, just reach out to me. I'm in that portal all the time. Mm-hmm. So you just, shoot me a little message in there, and I can help you with that. And then hopefully we answered all your questions. If you are going to lunch today and it suddenly hits you, oh my gosh, I forgot to ask that. Don't worry. Just email me. I'm your go-to girl for all questions, I promise. And if I don't know the information, I will find it out for you and get it back to you within 24 hours. So yeah, I really hope this was exciting. I hope it was informative and exciting. And I can't wait, Alex. I'm super excited too. And I'm super excited to meet every single one of you. Grayson, we've worked on 2 projects now together, and I've never met you. So I am looking forward to meeting you live and in person. And just that's it. I'm just super excited. So as Mickey would say, see you real soon.
So guys, thank you for your time. Thank you for spending this hour with us on Saturday. I know between Sarah, and myself, we really appreciate you trusting us with your child, and at the same time, I'm glad you see the value in what we're trying to present to you guys. And we're going to do everything not only to meet but exceed your expectations. We love this. This is our passion. So hopefully, we're a product of the product, because we get to do this every day, and it gets me speechless. It's just really great. Someone was there for us to do that, and it's really great to be able to pay this forward. So I think on behalf of Sarah, my wife, and myself, and Sarah, program director, or Ebby, as we call her, thank you. We're very, very excited about this. One of the great things is, even with we are going to be one of the trailblazers with working with Disney and Universal, getting back to it. We're one of the first groups they're bringing back, so they're excited as well. I can't wait for you guys to hear the music on the new show once we get the licensing and taken care of. I can't wait to share what we're dancing to, and I can tell you, parents, some of you are going to be dancing in the audience. I'll tell you, it's really good stuff. I'm excited. So again, and we always say this is because we want to make sure that we over communicate. If you need anything, let Sarah know. Email, text, in the portal. There's a chat system in there. She will get back to her. Her job is to make sure that she gets back to people within 24 hours, if not less. And I will say she's really good at it. So just let us know, and we'll be there. And just to be cheesy, just don't forget, engage your passion. That's what we're about. That's what we're about. Engage your passion. And we'll see you real soon, as they say. I'll let you finish, Miss Sarah.
All right. So just to reiterate one more time, I am here for all of your needs. Anything you are worried about, or concerned about, or have questions about, or just excited about. I mean, I want to hear the good news too. So anything that you feel you need to communicate to me, I am here for you. My office hours are 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day. And if you get to me after that, I still do look at the portal to make sure that there's nothing super urgent that I need to get to. So, I just, oh yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited that you guys, thought that this is helpful.
I didn't know you were there. Sorry. Just wanted to say hi. Tell hubby I said hi. So, okay. I think that's it. We went a little over time, so thank you for bearing with us. And we will see you real soon. All right,
bye guys.